everyone. So today we're going to be looking at the intriguing terms used for the collective nouns of animals. So there are some very illogical ones here, and there are multiple terms that could be used, but I've chosen one example for each of them to guess from 4 different options. So just so you know, with birds, there are particularly a lot of different terms that could be used because they have different terms for when they're in flight or when they're on ground, but I've chosen some very creative ones. The first one are parrots.
Oh, actually, I see you're learning how to set up some options here.
I took inspiration from you.
I love all these. Like, all the options I like.
They could all be potential options.
I remember that the collective names tend to be very representative. So I picked a squabble of parrots because that's how I imagine them to be when they are talking to each other.
I think it's a parody of parrots. I think it sounds funny, even if it's not correct.
So I'll say the two that I've hesitated between, but it's parody and pandemonium. And pandemonium because it sounds a bit more like a complex word that could be used to describe the sort
It's Latin, it must be correct.
Exactly. Just to spice things up a little bit, I'll go with pandemonium.
One of you is correct. And it is Emma. It's a pandemonium of parrots.
Oh, so it is the Latin is the correct logic working.
You have some really good options here, Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, hyenas.
So I'm going to still again present my 2 ideas, but a ruckus or a cackle, and I'm going to go with cackle. Just for some reason, tranquility doesn't go at all with what I would imagine, but I could be wrong.
My first thought was cackle because I think I've heard it being used. I'm very sure it's a collective name. I just don't know if it's surely for hyenas. But since that's the only one I recognize there, I'm going with cackle.
So am I. I'm going with cackle as well because that just sounded right for some reason, or righter than the other 3.
You are all correct. It is a cackle.
Yay.
And I think this one's quite representative of hyenas. Yeah, the tranquility, I was like, oh, they might think it's so different that I'm trying to put you on. We're on to porcupines.
Oh my God, Ashley.
Again, good options.
I think it's a congregation just because it's the furthest away thing that I can think of when I look at the word porcupines.
So I feel like nuisance exists as a collective noun for animals, but I'm not sure for which animal that would be. And I kind of want to go for shrewdness.
My first reaction was congregation. When you say shrewdness, I was like, that sounds possible too. But I can imagine porcupines congregate together for, I don't know, to take over the world. So I'm going to go with congregation.
None of you are right.
Oh,
It is a prickle.
wow.
A prickle.
Porcupines.
That is too sensible.
Which makes sense.
Literally.
It makes a lot of sense. Actually, shrewdness does belong to something. A shrewdness of apes. But I'm getting better at picking my options now.
Yeah.
Learn from the best.
They're really
right?
good options.
The next one is ravens.
Oh, if you would have asked for crows, I would have an answer.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I didn't pick crows. Because that one I think is way more common.
This one I find very difficult because
Me too.
linked to the of the birds and everything, I feel like all of these are potential answers.
I was debating between wake and descent, but I think it's a descent because they descend down. Which is true for all birds, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I see what you mean because that's exactly what my mind was. Well, my mind was going. I was like, oh yes, I can definitely see ravens descending. Thought I'm hesitating more between mischief and descent. I'm going to go for descent as well because that's what stuck in my mind.
I was debating between unkindness and mischief because I remember that Raven had a very strange one. And I don't think you will create the word unkindness. If you did, Ashley, you have improved a lot in this option case. So I'm going with unkindness because I think that's also really close to the word murder. Like a murder of crows and an unkindness of ravens sounds. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna slap myself in the face if you say I'm wrong.
So it is an unkindness of ravens. You're right,
Nice
Nelvin.
job.
I think you're thinking more of like magpies. Like, have you seen those videos of them going and like?
Yeah, but all
attacking
birds
people?
do that. They like,
Yeah, but like magpies are known for attacking people. Like there's a season like in Australia where magpies, I can't remember what it's called exactly, but they go and attack people. Like they swoop.
see,
Actually, in
birds aren't your
Australia,
friends.
everything attacks people.
Yeah.
An unkindness of ravens might stem from a misguided 19th century belief that the birds were not the most caring of parents and sometimes expelled their young from their nests. And that's why the unkindness came. I don't know if that's true. If you know, please comment below. So the next one are ferrets.
I'm really going out of the way for this one. I think it's a business of ferrets. Because I don't even know if ferrets have burrows. So I'm not choosing burrows. Thief sounds a bit possible. That's my second choice. I don't think it's disease. So I'm going with business.
Now I can imagine them with like little hats and little suitcases walking around. Little cane and a moustache. I'm going for burrow of ferrets because I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm just thinking they dig in the ground a lot and have these little tunnels and everything. So I don't know.
I was debating between burrow and business, but then I thought, burrow, you probably made that up because of the double R. So I'm going with business.
Correct answer is a business of ferrets.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Your reasoning was not right. I just thought that burrow might put you off.
It did.
And it did.
Definitely.
So I think business comes from, I think it was originally busyness because they're quite active and they're moving around all the time, and that got changed into business.
Well, now I forever can look at ferrets and see them walking around like this.
I just thought it was so funny. So the next one are lemurs.
I think it's a mobbing because they're always together, like lemurs. Whenever you see them in the zoo, they're always together and they do harass other animals. So I think it's mobbing.
I was debating between mischief and conspiracy, but it just, I don't know, I can imagine them just discussing and conspiring their next mischief.
I can totally see that too.
Yeah, I was thinking either conspiracy or mobbing because I can see them either conspiring against something or just ganging up, like standing there in the line. So I'm not sure which one to go for. Maybe I'll go for mobbing.
Okay, so the correct answer is conspiracy.
Oh no!
Nelvin's right.
So I put in mobbing because I thought you might guess that.
Yes, you tricked us well, Ashley.
So lemurs are social animals and they live in mini communities of around 10 to 25 members, and as a result they often work together or conspire to outwit predators. So that's where it comes from, I think. So conspiracy.
Oh, wait, I like
That was the last one.
I like how these are, next time we see people who are like super into conspiracy theories, we can call them lemurs.
Exactly.
Nice.
Well, I hope you had fun guessing at home as well. And if you have any more interesting ones, please comment below.
And in the end, the Frog and Tomatoes became very popular because people from all over the world subscribed to their videos. And they liked every video too. And you know what else? They shared all their happy and lovely thoughts in the comments. And they clicked on the bell so they wouldn't miss a thing and get notified every time a new video was released. So in the end, the frog and tomatoes lived happily ever after. The end.